We're standing in front of the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Canada building here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. I, of course, am J.Williams for Shaw TV. I'm standing with some of my new best friends. You guys are amazing. And you guys are going to find out why they're amazing right now. This is Zachary Nevin, Chris Schrader, and Ali Wasalou. And you guys are with Cycling to End Multiple Sclerosis. I'm sorry. What are you doing? You're doing a bicycle ride across Canada.
That's correct.
Chris, tell me about that. Tell me about some of the trials and tribulations you've had so far.
Goodness, well, we've come across everything from bears to dead moose on the side of the roads, to angry drivers, to this heat wave which has just come up, and where we were supposed to get carried across the prairies. The wind's supposed to come behind us, west-east. We've had a headwind for 5 days.
I want to apologize on behalf of everyone here in the prairies for the wind. Our bad. We messed it up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we were thinking either everyone in Canada sucks at weather, or there's something fishy about this.
I think it's A. I think everyone in Canada sucks at weather, clearly, if you've ever...
By everybody that there would be a tailwind. Everybody. And
sorry about that. So Zachary, how did this start?
So it started last summer. I have an uncle with MS, right? And he's quite far advanced with it. And it just kept going, generating. And the thing about MS, usually what happens is that, it will accelerate, right? And that's happened in my uncle's case. And so I'd since I grew up in Hong Kong, I'd see him every year, every 2 years, right? And his condition gets slowly worse and worse. And then I thought, I'll do something for MS. It didn't actually start out as a ride across Canada. It was more like a 700-kilometer loop. I contacted Chris about it, and then it turned into riding across Canada because we thought we'd be able to generate more awareness and more funds for MS. That's the idea of this whole thing. Generating $100,000 for MS is great, but it's even better to generate a research interest unparalleled by anything in the history of this disease, right? Something that would be, say, on par with the research interests in HIV 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm. And I think you're right. It's a dollar amount is one thing, but to raise awareness, you can't really put a dollar amount on that.
It's priceless. Yeah.
So Ali, can you tell us, you are the tour manager.
I am.
Can you tell us a little bit about some of the trials and tribulations from your end so far?
Oh gosh, well there's the everyday, general maintenance of organizing receptions, as like the one that the MS Society just gave us, which was amazing. And then there's things like grocery shopping, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but the amount that these boys eat, it is
I can attest to that. You guys put it away, and that's amazing. You're burning it, so that makes sense.
We're also driving the fifth wheel, and yeah, it's general organizational stuff, but it is a massive amount. It's a huge expedition, and that means there's just a ton to organize.
So I want to point out that you guys are all under the age of 20.
I actually turned 20 a few days ago.
Oh, well, close enough. Anyway,
Close enough, yeah.
And don't take this the wrong way, but the amount that you guys have accomplished with your lives so far makes me feel horrible about myself. And take that in a good way, because I have a lot of respect for all of you for doing this. This is a really, really great thing. Where can people find more information if they want to donate or just get involved in the cause, first of all?
Okay, so the biggest donate area is go to www.cycling2endms.com, and you go there. There's a big pink donate button. Click on that, make us a big fat donation. Leave a
click on that.
Support. Yeah. The other places, we're really active on Twitter. We update that every hour, with whatever kind of obstacles we've come across on the road and how our days are going. That's at Cycling2endms, and then our Facebook page where we put all our photos at the end of the day and the interesting things that have happened. Facebook.com/Cycling2endms.
And so I guess the bike ride is scheduled to end when and where?
So it's scheduled to end on the 31st of July in Halifax.
And it won't be biking. We'll be swimming.
Yeah. Very cool.
A 3-kilometer swim.
Yeah.
So
You're not kidding?
I'm not kidding. We started with a 10-kilometer run.
I guess that's the record for the longest reverse triathlon, so just a fun record, really. So
When you're no stranger to doing stuff like this, you were actually the youngest person to ever walk across the Mongolian desert, is that correct?
Correct, yeah, the Mongolian Gobi Desert, yeah, in the south, yeah. That was pretty tough. That was about this time last year I was finishing up, actually.
So, I'm sorry, you walked across the Mongolian Gobi Desert, and you say it was pretty tough.
Yeah.
Sounds like an understatement to me.
Yeah, I guess it was, I don't know. Once it's over, these things are really, really tough when you're doing them. Even the cycling, now I'm dreading getting back on the bike this afternoon and having to do another 150 Ks. But once you've done them, it's kind of like, oh yeah, what's the next thing I can do? You forget immediately about all the pain you've just gone through. You just look for the next opportunity.
I mentioned actually in BC, we just climbed this huge, just this 1,200 meters of ascent in 1.5 hours, right? Just huge hill. And I said to Chris at the end, he asked me how I'm feeling, and I just said, well, actually, I can't remember what that was like. I just couldn't remember.
Just put it out of your
It was
mind.
really tough when I was doing it, but then once I finished, I just couldn't remember what I'd done. It was strange. Yeah.
All right, well, thank you guys so much, not just for speaking with us today, but for all the awesome work you guys are doing, and for making me feel horrible about my life, and for motivating. I'm going to get out and I'm going to do something active and help some people out. You guys are doing great work. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, go to the website, cyclingtoendms.com, donate anything you can, support these guys. They're doing a great job. I'd love to end the interview with a 4-person high five. Can we do that?
Yeah. How's that going to work?
All 5 or all 4 of us just...
This is so exciting.
Okay, wait, on the count of 3, all right? Ready? 1, 2, 3. For Shaw TV, I'm J.Williams.